Hey, good morning everyone. Happy hump day. It's May 22nd. Prices of BTC currently at 78.39. We're still seeing some sideways trading right here in this $7,800, $7,900 area. We even saw, a big spike up a couple days ago around 8,300, or actually, I'm sorry, over here, right around 8,200. This is technically still considered a lower high, but if you start, zooming out on see it on the daily, they actually closed right around the same area. So this candle right here closed around 8203. This one closed around 8200. So this tells me one of two things. This is either a double top, okay, and the way this is signified as a validated double top is the next couple of candles that will follow sequence should take out this low right here. If that's going to happen, you see a candle say close under this level, that means we're probably going to go down further. Okay, but lucky for us, it hasn't happened yet. So we're just kind of floating up in this $7,800 to $8,100 region. So nothing to worry about just yet. Okay, let's zoom out and take a look in the 4-hour chart right here. In the 4-hour chart, I had mentioned that we're sort of seeing something like this inverse head and shoulders pattern right here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so that neckline, I would say, just to be safe, we'll probably mark it out at this point right here, which is the 83.57, 83.50 region. You want to see a few 4-hour candles, at least two, close above this area, and then this would probably signify a nice clean break to the upside, and then our targets of 10K or 12K might hit. Okay, but for now, we're really just trading between 7,000 and 8,000. That's the best way we can look at it. Okay, and this is really a cool down phase for Bitcoin because it's been so run up for so many days. It's of no surprise that we're kind of just floating in the sideways region right here. Even over here, when we were in this 4,000, 5,000 territory, we sort of grinded in this territory for as you can see, from the beginning of April almost till almost the end of the first week of May, and then we finally popped up, right? So we could very well spend a good amount of time in this area and then break out of it. And one of the charts that I had mocked up yesterday was something like this. Let's see if I can find that. This is something that I was looking at. Maybe it's over here. Let's see. Okay, so it's something like this. All right. So what I've done here is I'm going to go to the 3-day chart. Okay. So first, what I've done is I've mapped out every single level that's in our way in terms of resistance. Okay. So 8,200 close. This is the one from July. This one right here, 9,600. This is the one from May. Again, these are all 2018. And this one right here is March. Okay. So all of these right here are the next resistance levels. And I would probably say that this right here, this 11.6, almost 12K area, is the last remaining resistance till this all-time high. Maybe a bit of resistance around the 17K marker, but for the most part, after we get past 12, I don't really see anything significant all the way till about 18 or 19K. Okay, but again, we're not there yet, so let's dial back a little bit. All right, so here we see on the 3-day chart a good view of exactly, first of all, where the monthly and weekly pivots are. Okay, so that's right around 8,000. This lines up also with this resistance right here from July. All right, so we are floating here by no surprise. Okay, prices should be actually stalling here, because this is one of the first big resistances right here until we sort of just move sideways until we capitulated right here. Okay, So no surprise that we're facing a monthly and weekly pivot. We're also facing this, 8,200 or 8,000 resistance. All right. And we've been so run up. I would say the indicators need to cool down. The bulls need to sort of consolidate here. And one more thing that I want to mention is this. Okay, so I've mocked up something like this. All right. Let me go to the daily right here. So on the daily chart, all right, so I explained this in the Cryptosomniac Bitcoin analysis channel yesterday. All right, so here's a stock, JP Morgan Chase, all right, and this is the 200 moving average. All right, there's about 250 to 260 trading days in any given year in the equity markets. Okay, Bitcoin and crypto, however, they have no holidays. It's a 24/7, 365-day market. Okay, so what I've done here is essentially, done the 365 day moving average as this red, and I've sort of extended this out with a slight buffer. So this helps us understand this is a 400-day moving average. Okay, so what this tells us is, just like the 200 moving day average is seen as a big sort of buy signal or sell signal when the asset capitulates under it right here or breaks out above it. Okay, we're going to utilize this 400-day moving average in the same way for BTC. And just so you know, the 400 moving day average is actually also used in the traditional markets too. It's seen as a big level of breakout or breakdown. If the particular security actually breaks under it, it's more than likely going to have more downside. Obviously not a false break, but rather a clean, significant break to the lows. And if it breaks above it, there's going to be some consolidation or a big breakout. Okay, so the point of me showing you this is you can see that once prices sort of climbed above this 200 moving day average, you can see that there was actually a good month and a half right here of consolidation. Okay, this consolidation is typically what happens when the security starts showing strength. Why? Because when the asset itself is moving above some significant key resistance levels, there's going to be some big players who want the rest of the supply in their hands. And how do you do that? Well, there's a couple ways. You make it sort of bleed down just a little bit, make people think, make the retailers think, or make most people think that we're going to bleed down further. Or you consolidate in this level and think that, well, just basically bore people to death. Okay, so once you consolidate in this region for, say, a couple of weeks, couple of months, a majority of supply gets into the right hands of the right people, meaning the whales, the smart traders. And once they have collected enough supply in this area, in this consolidation accumulation area, then prices will be ready to push up even higher. Okay, so what I've done is I've basically mapped out this consolidation that happened right here, or accumulation, however you want to look at it, and then mapped it out right here. I personally don't think that there's going to be this length of time necessary all the way till September, probably even half that. So around July is where I'm stating that this accumulation right here will finish off, and maybe even before, but July would probably be my point. And then around July, that's where I'm stating that prices may reach that $10,000 area. Okay, but for the next couple of weeks, I would probably say there might be a bit of consolidation. And honestly, if there's not, say if we just break out in the next couple of days to 10K, again, that just means that the strength of the bulls is that much more stronger and resilient. Okay, so it's even a more positive sign for BTC, in my opinion. But I'm, I guess, on the safer side and stating that we need a bit more consolidation, just like the traditional markets see once the security starts breaking key moving average levels and then starting to move, above resistance and then just move away. Okay, so that's just one of my bullish scenarios that I have. The bearish scenarios, and this is where I'm a little bit conflicted because I still haven't quite accepted the fact that this is the start of a new bull run and we're never going to look back. Why? Because this has been seen in many markets before. The Nikkei, which is a Tokyo Stock Exchange, is, as you can see, almost reminiscent of what happened to BTC just beginning of 2018. After we topped off, big collapse, prices tried to come back up, big collapse again. These levels right here are essentially your 6K region right here for BTC. And then you can see some lower highs, created lower highs, and then boom, this is your big capitulation from that 6K marker that we had up here all the way down to 3K. And then this is now your big run up all the way to say 8K or so. We may even go up to 10 or 12K and then come down again. Okay. I'm not saying that this has to happen, but you can see that markets like these, bubbles rather, or however you want to look at it, they have formed in the same way and they've popped the same way. They've even recovered the same way. And then they've fallen again to previous lows the same way. Okay, and let me show you another example is gold. Almost a very similar chart. As you can see, big run up, topped off right here, lower high, dump. This is really your 6K region right here, and then capitulates for months and finds a bottom, runs up again, and then comes back almost to 618 or 786 fib of this entire run, and then sort of moves away for the next couple of years. Okay, and so it's if we look at the BTC chart, as you can see, it's quite similar, right? So this is why I'm a bit worried that we may not be in the next bull market just yet. This is a very reminiscent chart to things that have happened historically. So please do be careful. I'm trading the market as I see it, and so I collect gains whenever I see it. So as you can see right here, if you go in our gains reviews channel, these are all the trades that I've made people just follow. Again, I do not give out buy or sell signals. That's not the community that I want to create or cultivate. This is more of a educational community. I show people exactly what I'm doing, and if you choose to enter, that's on your own volition. That's good for you. Link was one of our trades. I entered here at 12,800 satoshis. As you can see, I timestamp things. I also show the chart exactly when I'm about to enter, and then I closed them out by stating exactly when I'm exiting. As you can see, actually, sorry, over here, this is where I exited, closed the trade with 16% gain, literally less than 24, 36 hours. Same thing with TNT, quick in and out of the trade. Entering TNT right here, as you can see, at 360, and got out of it right around 401 and 420 satoshis. Nice 13% gain total. Okay, so these are all the trades that I make, and you can see that people love our community. Okay, $99, you can see, definitely worth it. 10 minutes of trading, and some fantastic gains. Again, guys, I'm not paying these people to write these. They're paying me to be in the community. So you can see that they've loved this community. Okay, been in this community since mid 2017, and you can see that already made about 4K USD. You can see this person right here, 3 months, 40% increase in my portfolio. Every one of these, and again, this is just May. I'm not pulling up reviews from 2 years ago when it was the bull market. This is just the last few days, okay? So I just wanted you guys to read these and take into account that we're working really hard in this community, and this isn't your average crypto Twitter community. We know what we're doing here, and we're good at it. That's really it, okay? So with that being said, BTC is falling just a little bit. I probably would say that we're going to find some support in this area right here, 77.50 or so. again, prices are still trying to create that sort of right shoulder forming. And the reason this right shoulder forms, guys, is because there's a decent amount of demand in this region right here, but it hasn't quite stepped up because the demand is actually waiting for a confirmation up here. Okay, this is usually where the rest of the algos and the bots will FOMO in, and then the retailers will FOMO in right around, you know, when critical resistance levels break, like psychological levels like 9,000. So this is what accelerates and drives prices higher. So for now, I would say this region right here is just a chop, chop zone of 7,000, 8,000 trading and nothing to worry about really. You can see that, as I've stated before, when we have the majors such as LTC, Ethereum, BCH trending downwards, and they're actually trending downwards faster than BTC. This is usually when the rest of the market is also falling. When all three of these, or even a couple of them, are trending up higher in a upward trajectory, the rest of the market is doing a lot better too. Okay. Still sort of in this wave count, I would say I'm still fairly confident that we still have a fifth wave to go. I mean, only way I can be proven wrong is if prices start to close, say, below this closing at first, which is around 7,250. So I'd have to see a closing around, say, 7,100 or 7,050 over in a daily candle. And then, we might actually have some more downside ahead. But even then, I mean, even if we close right there, we haven't quite invalidated, this fourth wave scenario where the fifth wave is still, needing to be played out. Okay, so it's still very possible that even if we do close down there, we still may have that fifth wave in us. All right, I'd say that's really about it. Bull flag target, as you can see, I've measured this out again. Size of the pole is usually the target of the next breakout out of the bull flag, and that kind of makes us to be around 11.1, 11.2, as you can see. So do keep an eye on this. Go check out cryptosomniac.com. You can click right here to join our Discord channel. You can also go here, products and advantage program right here if you want to sign up. Again, we're not doing 14-day free trials, guys, so please don't come into the community asking for that. People kept abusing it, so now we're just doing a paid community with every month or so I'll do a free access for 7 days, and that's the best I can do. It's just too hard to keep track of everything. But yeah, come join Cryptosomniac Advantage. As you can see, the gains are out of control in our community. We have a ton of information in my short-term trading channels where I announce everything that I'm doing. These are not buy or sell signals, just exactly what I'm doing. Medium term as well, these are different trades that we have that are ongoing as well. Long term is what I personally believe in terms of long-term projects and why I'm buying into them. And again, Bitcoin analysis, this is our most watched channel because I provide many different scenarios, different updates through the day, a video for my Advantage community every single day. So you know exactly what's going on, and a very active and supportive community that posts charts, shares knowledge, shares information, and is really just willing to help. And then a really healthy education channel where you can learn technicals, market psychology, and all the know-how necessary to be a trader or an investor in this market. All right. I think that's all I have, folks. The rest of the market is still doing decent. I'd still say it's chopping around, and I'm still fairly bullish. So come join Cryptosomniac. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, guys. It takes effort to make this content every day, and I do it every single day just for you guys. So give us a thumbs up, come join our community, and I will see you guys soon. All right, cheers.